A new mayor will soon take over the reins of St. Louis come this April of 2021. One of four candidates vying for the job is Louis Reed. Reed is the first African-American to become president of the Board of Aldermen in St. Louis. He got his political start here when he was elected alderman of the 6th Ward in 1999. What you need to know and what you want to know about Reed are the things we hope to cover today as he seeks the top spot at St. Louis City Hall. Now, you stand out from the other candidates because of your position as president of the Board of Aldermen. How do you think that's prepared you better for this particular position?
Well, Tim, as the president of the Board of Aldermen, you're the second highest ranked elected official in the city. So, currently I'm the longest serving president of the board in the history of the city. What that does, that has given me a front row seat to the mayor's office, right? So I know intimately what it takes to run the city. From all of my works within city government and as president of the Board of Aldermen, leading the legislative branch, but also working with the executive branch at the same time.
Tell us a little bit more about what it is that you really want to do for the city.
My number one issue that I will be working to address in the city of St. Louis is addressing the issues of violent crime. The murder rate in the city of St. Louis is just out of control. And there are various different factors that play into that, that's causing that, right? Certainly it's, having jobs not just available, but getting some of our young people connected to those jobs. You have the economic issue, you have issues within our St. Louis City public school systems that we're going to have to address. You have neighborhood and community issues that you have to address all at the same time. And people should understand that we can't just arrest our way out of the problem. We have to invest our way out of the major crimes that we're having in the city of St. Louis.
You've talked a lot about police reform. What does that look like?
Last year, I introduced the bill for police reform. We put a ban on no-knock warrants, put a ban on chokeholds, those types of things. We also put a requirement in place that if another officer sees one of their fellow officers engaging in an activity that is illegal, they have an obligation now to report, right? So those are just three of the measures that we passed in that bill that will help begin to transform the way our police department operates. We also put in place body cameras, right? It took 6 years for me pushing to now have body cameras on officers throughout the city of St. Louis. We have to have smaller districts so that the police officers really get to understand and know the community that they're policing, and the community gets to build a relationship with that officer, right?
Why do you want this job?
When my older brother, who was, my best friend, he was, a couple years older than me. We were best friends growing up, and seeing, him pass away in a hospital bed from being shot, right? It began to just grow in me when I watched the news reports and see people and families just suffering from losing loved ones due to violent crime. I don't want another family to have to live through what me and my family have lived through. My nephew shot and killed in the city of St. Louis, having been homeless twice in my life, right? So knowing intimately, what it feels like to not have a place to go home to. So when I look at the challenges that people are living under, I want to bring some relief to people, right? I want people to have a fair chance at the American dream.
So post-COVID, what does St. Louis look like?
Well, post-COVID, we have a lot of rebuilding to do. Our small businesses are just absolutely decimated in the city. And the reason why that's important is because people working at those small businesses live in communities all around St. Louis and in St. Louis neighborhoods, right? That cannot afford to keep their lights on, cannot afford to heat their homes, cannot afford to send their kids to school with the proper nutrition and things because they have lost their job, right? So we're going to have a heavy investment and a heavy emphasis on rebuilding that small business within the city of St. Louis.
President Reed, you ran in 2013 for mayor, again in 2017. The third time's the charm?
Third time's charm, yeah. And every time it's been a little bit different, but having an opportunity to transform the lives of people in the city of St. Louis, that's what it's all about.
President Reed, thank you, and best of luck to you.
Thank you.